Calcutta Cricket and Football Club, the second oldest cricket club in the world. That's how much heritage this club has. I've been a member of this club for almost 25 years. I've literally grown up in this club. It's second home to me. I remember very clearly when I first came into this club, or rather first stepped onto the cricket field. I was, I think, 14 years old, and I got onto the main team straight away, A team. And I was like, where have I come? This is amazing. The ground looks so big from the middle, from the center. I was playing professional cricket then, Bengal under 15, under 16, but I'd never seen a club like this. You know, at 14, coming in, getting into a team, playing with my seniors now. As back then I remember Mr. Rajiv Seth, Joydeep Mukherjee, Saurav Chatterjee. And I clearly remember I was like, wow, what's happening here? Pranab Roy, Arun Lal, Devang Gandhi. You know, these were people we used to watch on TV back then. And coming and sharing the dressing room, sharing the same field with them was an absolute honor. You know, now after 25 years, I realize how big it was back then. When you're a kid, you don't realize this, you know. You're just another kid enjoying cricket, coming in under a lot of pressure. I remember watching England playing a game here against the Bengal Ranji team on their tour to India. I think it was 2001, 2002. The likes of Michael Vaughan, Freddie Flintoff. And I was just thinking to myself, maybe someday we can also play against these teams that visit our country, you know. And it just shows you the amount of history this club holds, the kind of tradition, the history. We've had Vijay Hazare matches here, Ranji Trophy matches here, and our main team should also be able to play these kind of teams, you know, international teams, like a friendly match before their one day or a test match, a friendly match before a Ranji game. And when I became captain, when I was asked to take over this year, the first thing that came to my mind was to bring a change in this club. I wanted this team to be different. I wanted my team to play to win. Results wouldn't matter, but I wanted to make sure we go on the ground looking like winners, and even though we lose the game, come out as winners. You know, we give 100% so that today no one comes out regretting that I didn't give my 100%. I wanted that kind of an attitude in my team, and that's the change I wanted to bring this year. The first thing I wanted to bring this year was a little bit of discipline, which I thought in the last few years was missing. A sort of competitive attitude, with all due respect to everybody. Sundays were a little bit like fun Sunday. It's a Sunday, let's go play some cricket, eat something and come back home. I wanted something different this year. It's a Sunday. We have a team to beat. We have a top team to beat. We have to play our best cricket, prove to everyone that we are one of the top sides in this city, and come back home content. Aaj maza aa gaya. I wanted to invite the top clubs like East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, maybe a team from the CAB, you know, and see where we stand, you know, as a team. I have always grown up playing to win. You know, my coach, Mr. Arun Lal, also a senior member, ex-president here, the two things that he told me has been stuck in my head is, if you think you can, you can. And even if it's book cricket, you got to play to win. And that's the body language and attitude, and you can say mindset I wanted to instill in my team. You know, that we get on that ground, we give it our all, and we play to win. In CCFC, we also push our youngsters, members, kids, who this is their club. You know, it is our club. I have grown up in this club. I know what it feels like to be a 14-year-old and come into the main team and be welcomed by our seniors and be encouraged, to be told in front of the rest of the seniors that you can do it, you can play, come on, we are backing you, we are protecting you. So what if you fail? We are there for you. So I wanted to make sure I push youngsters like Agastya Agarwal, like Varun, like Akshat, like Madhav, Yuvraj, Tehlani. I wanted to make sure they get ample opportunities, a fair chance to, prove themselves. And these are kids that are playing top level cricket here. So why can't they come and perform for us? Why can't they play for us in our team? We should be welcoming them with open arms. We should be proud that they are representing us. There's a tradition in this club where, on a Sunday morning we invite clubs and they bat first. On a cold winter morning, ball swinging and tough conditions to play. And we have an easy target to chase. I wanted to change that. I wanted to make sure there's a toss in every game. And the teams that are invited here, they are our guests. They should have equal opportunity to decide whether they want to bat first or bowl first. So I thought, the best way to do that was to have a toss, and that makes the game more competitive. That adds that competitive aspect to the game that I wanted to bring in. We were always wondering, are we going to bat first today? Are we going to bowl first today? We were never prepared from the minute we woke up that aaj jaake pehle fielding karna hai. So that stopped. I also wanted to bring a togetherness to the team where, of course, if anyone knows me, knows well enough, I am a sucker for discipline and punctuality. So I wanted to make sure we come together for a game, we warm up together, we stick together, we come on time, report on time, play good cricket. We are together as a team in the dugout, on the field. We win together and we lose together. That's what makes a good team. And that defines a season. Like I said, this is not an ordinary club. When you put on that CCFC blazer, that black CCFC baggy, the whites, the clean, crisp whites, it just feels different. When you get onto that field and you look around in the middle of a city like Calcutta, a ground which is, I think, by far the second best after Eden Gardens, is you feel like, you want to perform, you want to do well for your team, you want to keep that flag flying high. In Calcutta, you don't really have a great pre-season because of the late rains, the monsoons. You don't have enough time to prepare for games. For the main team, for the A team, I remember we played our first game against the CCFC Pro side, the CCFC League team, which we call it the League team, which plays the CAB tournaments. I was fortunately captain of that team also, but I had to represent the main team of the club, the members' side. I remember we batted first. We lost the toss and we were put into bat first. Like I said, without any preparation, we were struggling a little bit in that game until Yusuf Chisti and Trishul had a good partnership, and that stabilized the innings, I remember. In 40 overs, on a fantastic batting wicket, we got around 230, 232. And that was an easily chaseable target for the pro side. So we really had to bowl and feel out of our skin to win that game. I remember a few guys making their debut in that game. Abhishek Tehlani, Shovik Ghosh, Yuvraj Keswani, Pratik Kataria. But for me, I think Shovik's spell was really crucial in that game. I remember he bowled really well, and that helped us, to get a grip on things and win that game for us.
কিছু ওভারে রান বেরোনোর পরে যখন বল আমাকে দিল, ভরসা করে যে কিছু একটা করতেই হবে এই ম্যাচে, যদি কামব্যাক করতে হয়, আমাদের জিততে হয়। ফার্স্ট বলে যে বলতে পারো ইমোশন, ফার্স্ট বলে যে নার্ভাসনেস, ওটা যে কোনো জায়গারই খেলি, একটা ফার্স্ট বলে একটা থাকে এরকম। তো ফার্স্ট বল যখন করলাম, ভালো করছি, ওভার ভালো করছি, যখন ক্রুশিয়াল উইকেট পড়লো একটা উইকেট, তখন দেখলাম ক্যাপ্টেন মুখে একটু মানে হাসি এলো কি যে না আমরা ম্যাচে ফিরতে পারি। বললো যে আরও কিছু করতে হবে ম্যাচটাকে জিততে গেলে, 1-2 উইকেটে কিছু হবে না। তো তারপরে যখন কুইক সাকসেশনে উইকেটটা নিলাম, মনে হলো যে গেমে আমরা কামব্যাক করছি, আর করবই, এই ম্যাচ জিততেই হবে, এই ম্যাচ জিতবই। তো এই নিজের ওপর যে বিশ্বাসটা ছিল যে ম্যাচটা জিতবই, যে ইনার কনফিডেন্সটা ছিল, তো ওইটা অনেকটা হেল্প করলো ম্যাচটাতে কামব্যাক করার জন্যে। ম্যাচটা জিতলাম। আদিত্যা যখন প্রেস করলো আমাকে, বলল ফার্স্ট ম্যাচে খুব ভালো করেছো, বাট নেক্সট ম্যাচে আরও তোমার থেকে বেশি এক্সপেকটেশন বাড়ছে আমার, তো আরও ভালো করতে হবে। অ্যাজ আ স্পোর্টসম্যান প্রতিটা দিন তো সেম যায় না, বাট আমার চেষ্টা, আমার ডিসিপ্লিন, আমার যে ওয়ার্ক এথিক্স, ওগুলো আমি নিজের করতাম, যাতে আমার দিন যদি খারাপও যায়, যাতে আমি নেক্সট ম্যাচে যাতে ওটা ওভারকাম করতে পারি, আর যাতে আমার নিজের ওপর কোনো প্রেশার না নিই এত বড় একটা ক্লাবে খেলার জন্য।
After a win in our first game against the pro side, I could feel, the excitement and the intensity on the ground, the boys wanting to perform for themselves, for the team, for the club. So I thought, now we can start. And I thought, why not play our first proper game against Mohun Bagan? Better, Mohun Bagan, huh? Big game. Aaj jeetna hai. We win today, the whole season, we get the momentum. They are one of the top teams in the First Division League, competing for all the trophies. It was a tradition in our club where we used to invite clubs like Mohun Bagan, East Bengal, and many such big names, to come and enjoy a good day of cricket. Mohun Bagan game, we were all excited but also very nervous.
Mohun Bagan, obviously we all know it's a super division team and it's a lifetime experience for everyone, even for me also. With the playing with the super division team, with all the good cricketers of Bengal.
They came with their full side with a lot of big names. Shivankar Bal, Shantanu, and many other big names. And we were thinking, we can try our best and let's see what happens. Toss was crucial for that game, again, because cold winter morning, quick bowlers. As a batsman, you would prefer to bat in the second half, So luckily we won the toss. I sent them in to bat, and we were not doing too badly. We got a couple of wickets, and then in the middle, Shantanu came in, Mehul came in. Shantanu gave an early chance. We dropped a catch. From there, they posted a decent total, quite a big total of about 300 plus. But we still thought we can get it, because we had a lot of guys who can bat and who have played against these teams. I have played against Mohun Bagan, East Bengal when I was playing professional cricket, and we had a lot of experience on our side. We had the likes of Yuvraj Keswani, Varun Gandhi, Ritwik Roy Chaudhary, Purab Joshi, a lot of names that you've heard in the cricketing circuit. So I knew that if we could have 2 or 3 good partnerships, we could take this game away from them. We started off well in our innings, lost a couple of wickets. Purab got out. Ritwik unfortunately got out early too. But Varun, I remember, Varun played a brilliant, gritty, superb knock that day. I've seen Varun grow up in this club, I've seen Varun grow up, run on this ground, train, and I've always told him, Varun, the day you come out of your shell of trying to, thinking too much about cricket, trying to perform and just enjoy yourself, that's the day you're going to start performing. And I think he really enjoyed himself then.
When I think of CCFC, honestly, like a lot of people probably wouldn't know this. I've grown up here. Ever since I was a kid, I've probably tried every sport in this club before I kind of, landed on cricket being the sport for me. Cut to where, I'm always in the nets. like during off season, I think in the mornings it was like that AstroTurf just felt like home, second home to me, where I would just come, hit like probably 200 balls, 300 balls in a day, and like that's how my day would start. And unfortunately, I didn't have that this season. Like I probably only used to pad up on Sundays, and the fact that like we were playing Mohun Bagan, I knew that there was a certain element of nervousness for sure, but I had to bring like a good game, not just for the team, but I owed it to the club, because like they've practically given me a place where I could come and groom my skills day in, day out, no matter which time. And if I look back, you don't get to play on such good grounds in the middle of a city, in a place like Calcutta, which has so much heritage. And the fact you had a team like Mohun Bagan coming in, and we had such a good side also this year, I think the excitement levels were just through the roof. On that cold day, a little bit of dew on the wicket, Trishul steaming in, getting a wicket first over, like things just felt right. And like it wasn't going to be them steamrolling us, it was going to be a proper fight. While batting, me and UV were just like, we're going with the flow of things. Subconscious had taken over, so we weren't like thinking much during what was happening. It was just about having fun on the pitch. And once UV got out, I think that's when like I felt a little bad. I was like, like, the fun guy to bat with has now left. But I guess we needed to accelerate during that point. Chasing 300, we were at about 140, I think, in the middle of like 28, 29 overs. So we knew we had to like step on the accelerator a little bit. But yeah, I think that's when things started to crumble a little bit. Could have taken it a little deeper, but again, part and parcel. Felt a little bad, very honestly, because once you've got two guys who have set the platform, I was batting on about 60 odd, UV was past 50. I think had both of us carried on, the game was there. Fun part about cricket, you're never quite cross the finish line till you reach the finish line. So a lot of learnings to take away from the game, but the fact that we could still put up such a great show, I think, and like get so close, I think it really pushed us the entire season. And I wish the result had gone away, but theek hai yaar, I mean, we learn and we move on, and we really did.
I still think we could have won that game, but that is cricket. It's not over until it's over. And the moment we lost two set batsmen, it just wasn't easy for the rest of us to go in there and get set again. We lost that game, but I remember after the game, the boys telling me that this is the kind of cricket we want to play. These are the kind of teams we want to play. And from that moment on, we started believing that we can actually beat these teams. With a little more planning and a little more maturity, we can actually beat these teams. What that match against Mohun Bagan did was it gave us so much confidence that we started believing we can beat anybody. The following weekend, the following Sunday, we played Calcutta Police, another first division team.
And I think this season is a lot more special as compared to usual. We're calling top class sides like Mohun Bagan, the under 23 Bengal side, East Bengal, and we're playing a lot of first division sides. I think as an A-team player, it's very important to get the exposure and play against other teams. And in terms of the camaraderie and the friendship that we've built, not only this year but over the past few years, I think it's only getting better and better. We're not only teammates but friends and brothers as well.
We were a different team altogether on the ground. We thrashed them. They got, again, brilliant bowling by another youngster, Trishul, yet again. And they got around 207, 210 in their 40 overs. And when we went into bat, it was like we were playing a friendly game. We were just knocking. We beat them by 7 wickets. I remember a brilliant knock by Purab Joshi. He played some shots that we hadn't seen. Some brilliant batting by him, and again by Varun. Like I said, Varun had started enjoying himself this season. So he was amongst the runs, and Purab Joshi with a brilliant, I think 90. I think I was not out on 25 or something. We easily beat a top division, first division team, and that's what confidence and elite mentality does to you.
CCFC ग्राउंड में ये सेकंड बार खेलने आए हैं. यहाँ का मैदान, यहाँ का एटमॉस्फेयर वेरी गुड और बहुत मज़ा आता है यहाँ खेलने में.
You know, these guys are doing a great job, I have to say. You know, I can see the camaraderie that the team members have amongst themselves. It's lovely to see. And it's great to be a part of it and ensure that, you know, everyone enjoys.
12th January, we invited another big club, East Bengal. We all know about East Bengal. Again, one of the top teams in the top division cricket league here. They're currently competing for more than 2 trophies.
Nothing better than cricket on a Sunday morning. So it's a great initiative. It's an exhibition match. So we are all pleased to come here, enjoy the great atmosphere at the ground and play some good cricket.
With the kind of confidence we had, we felt, yes, now we can compete. Luckily again, I won the toss. They batted first. Once again, brilliant bowling by Trishul. He has been outstanding this season. And Shovik also bowled very well in that particular game.
CCFC has been like my second home. আমি যখন 12 বছর বয়স থাকি তখন থেকেই CCFC তে আমি বড় হই. 12 বছর বয়স থেকে আমি খেলি আর এখন I'm 23. So it's been more like 10 years. এই বছর স্পেশালি যখন শুরু হচ্ছিল আদিতদার সাথে কথা হয়েছিল অ্যান্ড আদিতদা আমাকে বলছিল কি দিস ইজ গোনা বি লাইক সামথিং এক্সট্রাঅর্ডিনারি, সামথিং আদার দ্যান এনিথিং. তো আই ওয়াজ রিয়েলি লুকিং ফরওয়ার্ড টু ইট কি এই বছর বড় টিম, ভালো টিমদের সাথে ম্যাচ খেলতে পারবো. অনেক এক্সাইটেড ছিলাম আর সেইভাবেই নিজেকে প্রিপেয়ার করেছিলাম কি যাতে এই সিজন আমি বেস্ট দিতে পারি. কেন কি এটা আমার কাছে অনেক বড় একটা লার্নিং অপরচুনিটি, একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম. কেন কি নর্মালি লোকেরা যেই ফ্যাসিলিটিস সিসিএফসি প্রোভাইড করে নর্মালি লোকেরা পায় না সেটা. এত ভালো একটা গ্রাউন্ড, এত ভালো একটা প্র্যাকটিস ফ্যাসিলিটি, এত ভালো সিনিয়র্স যারা সবসময় আছে তোমাকে ব্যাক করার জন্যে. It is very hard to get. So I was really looking forward to it and আমার দেখা এত বছরের মধ্যে এর থেকে ভালো সিজন আমি আর কখনো দেখিনি আর কখনো পাইনি. মানে এতগুলো ম্যাচ, এত ইন্টেন্সিটি দিয়ে খেলা আর অনেক মানে হাই স্ট্যান্ডার্ড অফ ক্রিকেট মেনটেন করে খেলা, ওটা আমার ক্রিকেটের জন্যে, ক্রিকেটটাকে ইমপ্রুভ করার জন্য একটা অনেক হেল্প করেছে আমার. কামিং টু ইস্ট বেঙ্গল গেম, যখন জানতে পারি ইস্ট বেঙ্গলের সাথে আমরা ম্যাচ নিচ্ছি, অবভিয়াসলি একটা সবারই একটা নার্ভাসনেস থাকে কি একটা বড় টিম ময়দানে এত বছর ধরে এত বড় একটা নাম, ফুটবলে তো সেরা বলতে গেলে ইস্ট বেঙ্গল, বাট ক্রিকেটে ওরা সেই নামটাকেই ধরে রাখে. তো অবভিয়াসলি শুরুর দিকে একটা নার্ভাসনেস ছিল কি নিজের অ্যাবিলিটিটাকে প্রুভ করতে পারবো কি না বা এক্সপ্রেস করতে পারবো কি না ছিল. বাট যখনই ম্যাচ আসতে থাকে নিজেকে শান্ত করে আমি জাস্ট চেষ্টা করেছিলাম কি আমার প্রসেস যা আছে সেটাকে জাস্ট ফলো করা. অ্যাজ সিম্পল অ্যাজ দ্যাট, কোনো এক্সট্রা প্রেশার নেওয়ার নয়. আমি জানতাম কি যেহেতু ওইখানে অনেক নামকরা প্লেয়াররা আছে, তারা শুরু থেকে আমাকে চেষ্টা করবে আমার ওপর ডমিনেট করা বা আমার ওপর প্রেশার দেওয়া, যাতে ওইটা ওদের নেচারই আছে. একটা ভালো প্লেয়ারের সবসময় নেচারই থাকে কি যাতে সামনের প্লেয়ারকে ডমিনেট করা, আর ওরা শুরুর থেকে তাই করেছে. বাট যখনই আদিতদা ফার্স্ট ওভার আমার হাতে বল দেয়, আদিতদা খালি একটাই কথা বলেছিল কি বুলেট তুই মন খুলে বল কর, উড়িয়ে দে. আর আমি জাস্ট তাই করেছি. ওই দিনকে। আমি খালি আমার প্রসেসটাকে মাথায় রেখে যতটা আমার মন চেয়েছে আমি মন খুলে বল করেছি। ওই দিনকে আমার যত জোর মনে হয়েছে কি বল করব তত জোর ইচ্ছা বল করেছি। আর আমাকে ওই দিনকে সবাই ব্যাক করেছিল, আমার টিমমেটস, স্পেশালি পেছন থেকে সুদীপ দা, পুরব ভাইয়া, আদিত্য দা, কেউ কখনো করেনি, একবারও বকডাউন হতে দেয়নি। জাস্ট এনজয় করে বল করেছি, তখন উইকেট আসতে গেছে। আমি কোনো স্পেসিফিক ব্যাটসম্যানের জন্য কখনো প্ল্যান করিনি, জাস্ট নিজের প্রসেসে ছিলাম। আমরা ওদেরকে 236-এ রেস্ট্রিক্ট করেছিলাম, উইচ ওয়াজ আ ভেরি লো টোটাল। ওদের টপ অর্ডারটা আমরা কোল্যাপস করতে পেরেছিলাম বলে ওরা অত টোটালে রেস্ট্রিক্ট হলো। ব্যাটিংয়ের বলতে গেলে আমাদের স্টার্ট ভালো হয়েছিল, বরুণ গেভ আস আ গুড স্টার্ট, পুরবদা ছিল, বাট আনফর্চুনেটলি শুরুর দিকে আমাদের কটা উইকেটস ফল করে। ঋত্বিক দা যখন ব্যাটিং করতে নামছিল আমরাও ছিলাম, আমরা তখন জানতাম কি ঋত্বিক দা ডে ইন ডে আউট এরকম অনেক ম্যাচ বের করেছে, বিকজ হি হ্যাজ গট দ্যাট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স উইথ হিম। অনেক নাম করা বলার ছিল, কনিশ শেঠ, সুরজ সিন্ধু জয়সওয়াল। কখনো মনে হয়নি কি ওরা ডমিনেট করছিল বা ওরা গেমটাকে লিড করছিল না। ঋত্বিক দা যাওয়ার পরেই ওই সিচুয়েশন থেকে নিজে গেমের পেসটাকে কন্ট্রোল করছিল, যেটা এক্সপেক্টেড। আমরা একটা ভালো এন্ডের দিকে যাচ্ছিলাম, বাট আনফর্চুনেটলি আম্পায়ারের একটা ভুল ডিসিশনের জন্যে ঋত্বিক দাকে আউট দেওয়া হয়। ওইখান থেকে ঋত্বিক দা ইউবি ম্যাচটাকে খুব ভালো ক্যারি করেছিল, মানে মেবি on another day আমরা ওই ম্যাচটাকে ওইখান থেকেই জিতে যেতাম।
Going back, I think we began all right with Purab playing a little quick cameo in the power play. I was very determined, I remember that day, to score some runs because I had failed against Mohan Bagan, and honestly I don't mean to boast, but I'm not used to failing twice consecutively for CCFC. I love my Sundays at CCFC. I enjoy batting, especially at CCFC, for CCFC. And we began well. We began well with Purab even after he was dismissed. We had a very good left-hand, right-hand combination going in the middle with myself and Yuvraj at the crease. We had capable lefties and righties to follow. Sudeep was waiting, padded up. Trishul was there. There were others who were more than able to, help us get over the line. And we were going well. We were close to 100 for 4, going at a good, healthy run rate. I remember I was hitting a few boundaries nicely. Yuvraj hit a nice 6. We were going very well. Momentum was with us. When Oyon Bhattacharya, very capable all-rounder who's played for Bengal, I hit him for a couple of boundaries. I don't know, I guess I shouldn't have, because he started bowling a little quicker. One of the balls kind of took my sleeve. I was beaten comprehensively, but the umpire thought otherwise. He thought I edged that ball or it took my glove. I don't know. Yuvraj was at the non-striking end. I think he was telling the umpire politely. I've reacted before at CCFC and otherwise when I've gotten some harsh decisions, but I guess I didn't do much that day. I walked off as quietly as I could, which I guess means I've made a little bit of progress as a human being, I guess.
Ritwik got a very bad decision from the umpire. He wasn't out and he was given out, and that's when I thought it's going to be tough for us now.
আনফর্চুনেটলি যেই এন্ডটা আমরা এক্সপেক্ট করছিলাম সেটা আমরা পাইনি। উই লস্ট বাই 63 রানস, যেটা অন্য সার্কামস্ট্যান্সেস হলে আমরা ওইখান থেকে ম্যাচ বের করতাম। অ্যাজ আন্ডারডগস সিচুয়েশনটা শুরুর দিকে আমাদের ফেভারে ছিল, বাট বড় টিম তারাই হয় যারা কামব্যাক করে, অ্যান্ড ইস্ট বেঙ্গল কামব্যাক করেছিল। বাট অ্যাট দি এন্ড যদি পুরো সিজনটা দেখা যায়, আসল বড় টিম আমরাই, কেন কি আমরা সব থেকে বড় কামব্যাক করেছিলাম অনেকগুলো বড় টিমকে হারিয়ে, যাদের ময়দানে অনেক নাম ছিল, বাট ওদেরকে আমরা সেটা প্রুফ করে দিয়েছি কি শুধু নাম দিয়ে হয় না, দিনের শেষে মাঠে খেলতে হয়।
Although we lost against East Bengal and Mohan Bagan, what it did to us was something crazy. I can speak for myself, and I am sure the other boys will agree. We all started thinking we can beat anybody now.
One sort of motto, synergy, philosophy of our play this season has been to play dominating cricket, irrespective of the result. So that's something which all of us have kept in mind, our bowlers, batsmen, fielders, everyone. And we're all bought onto that as a sort of mission.
So the game against CAB Presidents 11, that was, I think, one of the biggest games of this season, if not in the history of the club. You know, we were playing the current Bengal under-19 team which reached the final of the national domestic one-day tournament. It was the build-up to that game. Everyone was excited. We were here on the ground 2 hours before the game. White ball, you know, under lights, day and night, one-day game. It just wouldn't get any better than that. Now the match against the CAB Presidents 11 was, I feel, a kind of an historic game. The club wanted to strengthen their relationship with the CAB. We used to invite the teams from Bengal, teams from CAB earlier, and we wanted to restart that. So when this game got finalized, I was super excited. We had dignitaries. We had Mr. Snehashish Ganguly here, Mr. Naresh Ojha, the president, the secretary. We had Mr. Sanjay Das, all these, Mr. Ranadip Moitra, Rohan Banerjee, selector. Everybody came out to witness that game.
I remember we have played a match against the England team, Bengal, and Bengal versus the England team in the year, I think, 90s, where I played over here. But so again, we are trying to bring back those old memories by maintaining a relation now with CCFC, and that's why we have started this match. It's a friendly match, but I hope this will carry on and it will go on.
What's made this season very special is the quality of opposition that has been coming here. Like today we can see the very successful under-19 Bengal side coming to play here. We've already played Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, and it's these kind of matches, irrespective of the result for the club, that makes this season very special. And I hope that there are more of these matches to come, which makes all the members very proud of our own players and also very happy to see the future stars of Bengal performing here.
It's got history like you cannot imagine. It's, I consider it one of the oldest clubs in the world. Well, officially, it's the second oldest cricket club in the world. So that's where you're standing on hallowed ground.
I can't tell you, I can't explain the feeling that day. They went into bat, we bowled well, decently well. They got about 240 odd runs in 45 overs, which is not a small total, you know. Under lights, chasing, the batting team, the chasing team is always at an advantage, but it wasn't going to be easy because these were young, best of the best young guys from the state, and playing against the experienced, slightly senior, older guys who have played where they are playing today and have grown up from that. Prateek and Purab bowled decently well to restrict them to 240 odd runs. It was a gettable score. So in the changing room, we were confident we could get this, you know, we could get past the finish line. I opened that day with Sudeep Bhattar, who has been in cracking form this season. We started off well, but then I got out, but Bhattar kept going on. I remember he got about 40 odd runs, and with our batting lineup, I thought it wouldn't be that difficult to chase a score like 240 on a good batting track. After I got out, we lost 2 quick wickets in Purab and Nishant, and that's when we started to get a little, you know, edgy, a little worried. This was a big game for all of us. It was against the CAB Presidents 11, and we really had to, we wanted to win. Yusuf went into bat, and I think that's the best I've seen him bat all season. You know, his partnership with Yuvraj Keswani was the partnership that took us across the line.
This season was a very crucial one for me, not only in terms of cricket, but also in terms of my relationship with the captain, Adit. We've had our differences. 2 years back, he had not picked me in the main side. So, you know, I had a point to prove this year. And this year we sorted it out, and he made me open against East Bengal. And in that game, you know, I struggled, everyone struggled. We lost the game, but it gave us a lot of confidence that we can play against the best bowlers, the best side of the city. So when the CAB game came around, I had decided, I'm going to give it my all and I'm going to make sure that we win. I remember when the game started, so they had batted first and they posted a huge total of 240 in 45 overs. And we were thinking, if we can chase it. But luckily we had got off to a good start. Adit and Sudeep, they started well. But in the middle, I think we lost our way. The middle order was struggling and the asking rate kept on going up. And that's when I went into bat. And I remember I told Yuvraj, you hang on and I'm going to take these bowlers on and let's see how it goes.
I think initially we lost a few wickets, and when I went in we were 90 for 4 and needing about 150 more runs in the last 20-25 overs. My only idea was to get the team through. So for that my plan was to take the game deep, play the balls on the merit and rotate strike initially. As I grew into my innings, Yusuf Bhai came in and he showed me the way how to play. He started smashing the ball everywhere, which reduced the task for me, and we got a super partnership. I think it was a 80-90 run partnership which took the game very close for us. Unfortunately, we lost Yusuf Bhai in the 36th over, needing another 60 runs of probably 6 or 7 overs. After losing Yusuf Bhai, I was the only one who could carry the team home, and that was my job. So I tried to play the ball on the merit and look for a few boundaries here and there. I was lucky enough to get the runs for the team and carry the team home. I got out in the last over, still needing 10 runs, for which Trishul came in and finished the match for us.
That game I remember so clearly, in the boundary lines, pacing up and down. It went down to the last over, and in fact the staff stopped service for almost the last 15 minutes of the game. So these games, these big games that we played against East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, President's 11, CAB President's 11, they changed our mindset, they changed the team's mindset. We were cruising past teams like Oiko, YMCA. That's what confidence and playing against good top level teams does to you. You get in that flow, you get in that groove, and then you start believing in yourselves, and that's what the team did. We started beating teams from the top division league. CCFC and Eastern Command, the Army, have a great history. The Army and CCFC have a great relationship, and it's been a tradition that CCFC plays 2 games against the Army.
The Indian Army and CCNFC have a very old relationship, and this event every year commemorates that relationship, and we hope to play the match in very good spirit and hope to play very good cricket as well.
Eastern Command, 1 at home, which is at CCFC, and 1 away, which is at Eden Gardens. So it's a very prestigious, important game for us, and it's one of the biggest games of the season. And for the last few years, the Eastern Command have been, I wouldn't say beating us, have been almost thrashing us. Once again, this year I wanted to again change that as well. Not just give them a fight, I wanted my team to beat them. And with the kind of zone we were in, we knew we could. They went into bat first, and for us, Abhishek Tehlani, the kid, bowled very well. To restrict them to 152, I think.
ईस्टर्न कमांड जो CCFC की राइवलरी तो रहती है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट बहुत बड़ी और अच्छी राइवलरी होती है, बट एंड ऑफ द डे क्रिकेट एक ऐसा स्पोर्ट है जो हम लोग को यूनाइट करता है. अच्छी बैटिंग करी उन्होंने, 152 का कम्पिटिटिव स्कोर बनाया CCFC जैसे बड़े ग्राउंड में. मैं उस टीम में स्टैंड आउट परफॉर्मेंस था बॉलिंग डिपार्टमेंट में मेरा. मैंने 4 ओवर्स डाले थे, 19 रन्स दिए, एंड आई गॉट 2 क्रूशियल विकेट्स ऑफ सेट बैट्समैन. त्रिशूल भाई ने उस मैच में बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग करी थी. कैप्टन के प्लान को मैं बैक कर रहा था, तो मेरे को उस हिसाब से चीज़ें अपने प्लान्स को इम्प्लीमेंट करने का मौका मिला. एंड सुदीप भैया की बहुत अच्छी कीपिंग रही थी उस गेम में. उन्होंने 152 बनाया, वरुण भाई ने बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग करी उस गेम में, सॉलिड स्टार्ट मिला वरुण भाई और पूरब भैया के बैट से। बीच में एक कोलैप्स सा आया जहां हमारे कुछ क्विक क्रूशियल विकेट्स गिर गए थे, बट टीम वही होती है जो कमबैक करती है, तो हमने बहुत बढ़िया से कमबैक करा। त्रिशूल भाई ने एक ब्रिलियंट इनिंग्स खेला उस मैच में, अमेजिंग शॉट्स मारे।
20 overs, 152 was very gettable. You know, we were quite relaxed that day. Like any other cricket game, you know, it's not always scripted. We thought it would be an easy chase, but we lost 2 quick early wickets. I got out, Bhattar got out, and suddenly we were in trouble. The middle order again, not too many guys got runs. And I was looking around and I was out of batsmen suddenly. I didn't know who to send. Suddenly I see halfway, before I could even say anything, I see Shontaida, Shubhrudeep has walked in.
লাস্ট 2-3 বছর ধরে ওরা আমাদেরকে হারিয়ে দিচ্ছিল, তো এই বছর আমরা ফোকাস ছিলাম যে আমরা ওদের হারাবো। তো ওরা বোধহয় একটা 150 অড বানায়, আমি 4 ওভার 28 রান দিয়ে 2টো ইম্পর্টেন্ট উইকেট পাই ওই সময়টায়। ব্যাটিংয়ে আমরা চেস করছিলাম, ভালো চেস করছিলাম, কিন্তু মিডল অর্ডার মাঝে গিয়ে একটু হয়ে যায়, করে একটা টেন্স সিচুয়েশন ম্যাচের হয়ে যায়। ক্যাপ্টেনকে বলতে পারছিলাম না যে আমাকে পাঠাও পাঠাও পাঠাও, কিন্তু আমি দেখছিলাম ম্যাচটা আমাদের হাত থেকে বেরিয়ে যাচ্ছিল। তো একটা টাইম এসেছিল 17 ওভারের মতো, যেখানে আমাদের 30-40 রান লাগতো। তো 17.5-এ 5 বলে আগাস্তি আউট হয়ে যায়। তো আউট হয়ে যাওয়ার ফলে আমি আর ক্যাপ্টেনের দিকে তাকাইনি, কেন আমার মনে এটা ছিল যে আমি ম্যাচটা বার করে দিতে পারবো, আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আমার দিয়ে আমি ম্যাচটাকে বার করে দিতে পারবো। তখন আর 13 বলে 22 রানের মতো বাকি ছিল। আমি ভেবেছিলাম অন্যদের ওপর রিস্ক আর রেসপন্সিবিলিটি না দিয়ে যদি আমি ম্যাচটাকে বার করতে পারি, কেন আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স আছে খেলা। অন্যদিকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ত্রিশূল খুব ভালো ব্যাট করছিল, তো ত্রিশূল একটা ইয়াংস্টার, ওকে গাইড করারও একটা ব্যাপার ছিল, এত সুন্দরও ব্যাট করছিল। তো আমি ভেবেছিলাম যদি আমি ওই সময়টা যাই, ওকে দিয়েও আমি খেলাটা খেলাতে পারবো। আর ফর্চুনেটলি আমি পরপর 2 বলে 2 4 মেরে খেলাটাকে ছোট করে নিয়ে আসি। এবার আমি সিঙ্গেল নিতে গিয়েছি, সিঙ্গেল নিতে এবার 3 বলে 2 রান, সিঙ্গেল নিতে গিয়ে ত্রিশূল আউট হয়ে যায়, রান আউট হয়ে যায়। আমি নন স্ট্রাইকার এন্ডে, ত্রিশূল রান আউট হয়ে যায়, 2 বলে 2 রান বাকি থেকে আমরা সেকেন্ড লাস্ট বলটা সিঙ্গেল হয়। এইবার ওরা ফিল্ডার সব এগিয়ে দেয়, টেন্স ম্যাচ। তেলানি করছিল, তেলানিকে বললাম তুই কোনো চিন্তা করবি না, তুই ব্যাটে শুধু বল লাগা, আমরা দৌড়ে যাব। তেলানির এমন তেলানি ভালো একটা শট মারলো।
And the last ball I remember clearly, Telani hits a brilliant shot straight.
ফিল্ডারের হাতে, আর আমাদের এত ভালো মাঠ, ফিল্ডার একবারে বলটা ধরে ছুড়লো আর উইকেটে লেগে গেল, রান আউট হয়ে গেল, ম্যাচটা ড্র হয়ে গেল।
Beaten by the Eastern Command in the past few years. Honestly, I was happy to take a tie that day. It was a great game of cricket. Eden Gardens. I mean, that ground needs no introduction. I have so many personal memories on that ground, playing sub-junior cricket, junior cricket, playing for Bengal junior, under 15, under 16, first division cricket on that ground. And of course, Eden Gardens is Eden Gardens. So the second leg of the Eastern Command game, after the tie in the first game, we knew they were going to come hard at us. You know, we were prepared for a fight back from them, but we were also, after that tie, we were also in a place where we thought to ourselves, we are going to go beat them at Eden also. You know, the team we have, we're going to go beat them there also. So at the toss, I was surprised they chose to bat first, because T20 you usually chase under lights. I was going to field first, so that worked out in our advantage. And all I can say, the rest is history, because I saw a brilliant bowling spell by Trishul and especially Pratik Kataria.
I remember 2-3 years back playing against CCFC. I was part of the DKS team, and when I entered that club, that just the feeling of entering that ground, that beautiful ground, like you don't get feels like that in Calcutta, obviously. Like after Eden Gardens, I think it's just CCFC which has that kind of a ground. And I just remember, thinking out loud to myself that how it would be to be a part of this club and play an entire season at that ground. So yeah, and cut to 3 years later, I'm part of CCFC. So yeah, I'm really glad, I'm happy that I'm here. So cut to 3 years later, coming to the second game at Eden Gardens, Eastern Command was hosting us. And just entering that ground with my team was a beautiful feeling. I think under 16 CAB, like this is when I was 14 years old. I was playing for La Martinia and we were in the finals against national high schools. That entire season, under 16 season, I remember I was bowling really well. I think in the group stage I had some 8-9 wickets in 3 games or something. Cut to the semi-final of that season, I was dropped from the semi-final because it was a spinning track. And finals was at Eden Gardens. I was hoping that I would get to play, but I didn't, and I was dropped from that game. So since then, like it's like a childhood dream for anyone to play at Eden Gardens. I played at multiple international stadiums after that, but never got a chance to play at Eden Gardens. It was really emotional for me. I remember that game, that Eden Gardens game against Eastern Command. I was getting ready, and I just had a thought while I was taking a shower that I might perform over here. It might be a full circle, and that actually happened. So we started bowling first against them, and Trishul, who started off brilliantly in the first over, I think he got a couple of wickets, and I was starting from the other end. So I was already very emotional and nervous energy because Eden Gardens. And the first ball that I bowled, I had a short fine leg and I was flicked for a 4. So not the ideal start that I wanted after Trishul's brilliant first over. So the first ball 4, I was flicked for a 4, and my skipper was obviously a little furious because after that great start you would not expect a second over to start like that. So yeah, I just calmed myself down. I took the field that I wanted, spoke to my skipper, changed a little bit here and there, and I got my line back. And I think in my second over, I got an LBW, and I had not gone for runs, like just that one boundary in the first over, and then a couple of singles here and there. So that LBW, that the first wicket that I got at Eden Gardens, it was brilliant. I still remember, I think if there's a video of the celebration, I was just looking up and I was celebrating because it just felt like a God's plan for me, because 8 to 10 years back, I didn't get a chance there. My father was standing on the stand and he saw me just, giving water, like not being a part of the 11. So it was really emotional for me. And I just wanted to bowl well. I was not thinking about taking wickets, nothing like that. The plan was there, spoke to the skipper, field was set. And in that over itself, I bagged the last 2 wickets. My parents were not in town that match, and I had sent them the YouTube link. They were attending a wedding and they were actually seeing the match. The only game that they saw was this game, because I know how important it was for my entire family and like people who knew me basically that time, that how big Eden Gardens was for me. So yeah, it was a great feeling, and I'm just very grateful to CCFC that I got an opportunity through them to play at Eden Gardens. And yeah, and I know that it's a long journey with CCFC for me now, and I'm really happy.
The Eastern Command team that scored almost 220 plus the last year at Eden Gardens, we got them for just 73 odd. And that was quite an achievement. The team was ecstatic. We were like, we couldn't have asked for anything better. And slowly I'm thinking to myself in the changing room, these are the things I wanted this year. These are the changes I wanted. To beat teams, to beat top teams, to change the results of traditional games, to beat the Eastern Command, who've been beating us for a long time, who we've been losing to. And we chased that total. I remember we chased that total down very easily. I think we won by 7 wickets or so. We were all in a great place, in a very happy place. 18th March was going to be our last game of the season. So we had this T20 game against the All-Stars 11. This was a team comprising all the top players from top teams, from Mohun Bagan, Kalighat, East Bengal, players from all these sides. It was a mixed team. And of course, I was a little emotional that day because it was the last game of the cricket season and we had a fantastic season. And I wanted to, sign off on a winning note. Unfortunately, I lost the toss and we were put into bat. I was prepared to feel that day because I saw the team they were coming with and I thought it's better to field first and then chase. But we were sent into bat. We started well. We had a good partnership. I opened with Varun. We had a good power play, good partnership. Then Varun got out. I got out. We had Sudeep Bhattar and Yuvraj come in the middle, and some of the shots that I saw Yuvraj and Sudeep Bhattar play were out of this world. And I told Bhattar that, I haven't seen him bat so well this season. It's the best I've seen him bat. And that game proved it. His batting that day and the kind of shots he was playing was just top notch.
We had a good start with Varun and Adit opening the innings. Round about scoring at 8 or 9 and over. And then we have this unlucky dismissal, Varun getting run out. And then in the very next over, we lose Adit, a player who can change the game in a matter of 3 to 4 overs. Purav was batting and he was hardly on 2 or 3 when I walked in. We stitched a partnership together, tried building, but the bowling attack was pretty good. The wicket itself was a bit turning. It was on the slower side. End of season, last game. The ball was sticking onto the wicket. I knew I had to get my main shot, the sweep, into practice. Tried sweeping the first 2 balls, missed it out. Batting with Purab is another big thing. He gives you a lot of confidence. Kept on saying me, karte raho, ek to lagega hi Bhatter bhai. And we started stitching a good partnership. But in between I started to realize that the bulk of the scoring cannot be done from only one end. It has to come from the other end also. So then I started taking a few wrist shots. Ended up hitting 3 sixes, which I'm not basically famous for, hitting sixes. So by the end of the innings, I think we scored somewhere around 200 and something, 15, 17, being the highest scorer for us in this season. With UV giving the last few overs flourish, shifting the momentum with us. So it was really good batting with him. And the lefty-righty combination, as our captain usually does. The righty gets out, righty goes in, lefty gets out, lefty goes in. So that really helped us. So when the innings ended, the captain told us only one thing, that the momentum is on our side. If we bowl well, respect them in the first 6 overs, which we did pretty well. Bowlers bowled really well. Somebody like Telani and I believe Trishul started off really well. Trishul has been a really revelation for us in this season. Also Telani and new sportsmen were coming in, the captain and all the players have been giving him confidence and he just lived up onto it. He's been bowling well, he bowled well in that game. I think UV bowled well in that game. He bowled really well in that game. He was the turnout for us. I remember Madhav was fielding at point, backward point. And this Bengal guy, Shubham Chatterjee, slashed I think he slashed Trishul. Trishul bowling at 130, 135, he took a blinder and that catch, I remember pretty much. I was keeping and, just witnessed very much towards my right. Just the blink of an eye, the ball was in Madhav's hand and he really took it really well and that of course got us the momentum and got us back in the game.
It was my first time to make the club win a game at such a big stage against a first division team, and the feeling was just surreal. Everybody was jumping in on their toes and everybody was clapping for me. I could not believe it, and yet I was very proud of myself as well. It was a great season. I loved the season. I got enough opportunities. I really thank my captain, and I look forward to the next season as well.
So it was a great match and I was really, happy and, honored to beat such a beautiful side, such a competitive side, such a professional side.
I might not have named everybody, but I am so proud and so happy that I could build this team, and the support that I've got from each and every one of the boys, my section, cricket section, and everyone, the youngsters who have managed to push